All right. Hello, hello, everybody. Tiffany here. Welcome to my quilting life. I'm tired, but I'm going to tackle this project and get it done. That way it's off my desk and I can move on to more stuff because I really got to get more things done. So the other day for Sew Sunday, I started a watercolor quilt, which would be this thing. It is easy watercolor quilt kits by Whims. You can find these. Scott could put a link in for you at QBPN, and that's where you can find those things. So I started this, and now I'm working around it. Like today, I finished a quilt on the long arm, and I cut it while all this was sitting here. Oh, let me tell you, that was a challenge. But getting things done and trying to beat the fatigue, but it's really hard. Anyway, let's see who is here. We got Linda here, Amy, Milena, Mary, Paula, Brenda, Kim, Joe, Donna, Susan, Lori, Pat, Shirley, Amy, Karen, Eagle Eyes, Tracy, Kittens, Shirley, Robin, March. Hey, everybody. I didn't put you guys on the screen today so that I could have big writing because I'm just kind of trying to get this done. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you where I ended. I ended with, can I have that, please?
Oh, yeah. Hold on. I got a lot on my lap here.
I ended by completing the quilt top part with all the squares. Everything is pressed, although I'm going to give it another press before I start putting all this stuff on here. And then I cut out all of my stuff. Although I had to cut two pieces a different direction because they were messed up because I cut them backwards. And then the two that I did not change their direction was the fencing. It was actually supposed to go a different direction. But in the picture on the front, the fencing is covered up anyway. So all I have to do is just go the opposite direction with it. So I shouldn't have a problem with that. Just remember when you're drawing on your double-sided glue stuff, the Wonder Under, when you're drawing on that, everything's in reverse. And that's the part I always forget about applique is reversing everything, and I don't think about it. I just cut and go, and that's where I screw things up. But things like the flowers and stuff, I didn't have to do that. And things like the pot, because that's, no matter which way it is, it's the same direction. So those things were fine. Cut upside down, right side up, it didn't matter. So I'm going to go ahead and press this better, and I have all my parts and pieces laying right here. So all I have to do is iron everything on in a nice spot in hopes that it looks good. And that's it. That's all I got to do. At least all I think I got to do. So if you guys have any questions while I'm here, I can try to answer them as best as possible, but I'm not a professional at applique, so, and I don't ever claim to be. Applique is something that is just random for me to do here and there.
You wore your quilting jacket again.
And Scotty's making sure that everyone knows. As you can see, I wore my sweater. It's cold in our house, so I was like, I need to put my sweater on. It's a good thing it was still in here. I had it on the back of the chair on Sunday. And if you didn't know, I did start this on Sunday for my Sew Sunday video just 2 days ago. So, yeah. I'm going to finish it today. Hopefully. It better finish today. All I have to do is iron all this stuff on here. But I want to make sure that this is super duper flat first, which just means only one seam got flipped. So that's the part I'm just going to iron nicely.
I love your title, Tackle It Tuesday. That's a good idea.
Scotty loves the title of my video today. Yes, I'm going to tackle it today, and it's Tuesday. All right. That seems to be somewhat hot. Let's add some steam. That's what we want, steam. And then right there. All right. And then I'm going to press it from the top, obviously. But I do need to move all this junk that's getting stuck under my cutting mat now, so I can pull this closer to me. Come on. I have a mess of
You want me to move it?
stuff. There we go.
I can take all that.
There we go.
Put it on the ironing board, get it out of your
Oh,
way.
here's another one that's kind of flipped funny.
Do you want me to take all that and put it on the ironing board?
No, I'm good. I'm just making sure all these seams are going the same direction. We want it to lay flat under our applique. That is a big thing, for it to lay flat. Very important. Hopefully everybody caught Di's video today, Sister Chicks Quilting. Okay, someone's honking in front of our house.
Are you sure that's in front of our house?
I have no idea.
Well, I can go see.
So hopefully everybody caught the 12 Days of Quiltmas video today, day 6 with Di at Sister Chicks Quilting. It was very good. She did an amazing job on her quilt. I think it's beautiful. And then yesterday was Sobecca, who did also an amazing job on her quilt.
No vehicles out there.
And the day before that was I See Stars Quilting. That was April Story was the day before that. Actually, before Becca was April Story. And she did an amazing job. And then the day before that was Kristen with I See Stars Quilting. And the day before that was me. And the day before that was Tracy with the Sewing Channel. Tomorrow will be, let's see, what's tomorrow? The 7th is Ian off Kilter Crafter Ian. That's who you will find a video with tomorrow.
Did you ever run a basting stitcher on the edge of a quilt like this with so many seams on the edges?
Yes, or what I call tack it, or I attack it, or I give it a stay stitch all the way around. Yes, I do that quite often. All right, here we go. I'm going to lay this right here. And then I'm going to put my fencing. Where's my picture? Where's my picture?
I don't have it over here.
Right here. I'm going to put my fencing here and more fencing here. My stuff will be kind of backwards because I'm going to have a pot there. I'm trying to make sure that I have this laid out like the picture. So my watering can is supposed to go here and the pot is supposed to go here. And they're very close to one another. But that's way far away. I guess my fencing can just be gapped that much. Okay. Well, we're going to make it work. So I'm going to go ahead and peel my paper away, which is best to score it. I think it's best to score it. And then peel the paper off very carefully like. I'm just going to throw it on the floor because I can clean it up later. So I'm going to lay my fencing like this. I'm going to do it like that. That way the pot can sit there. All right, I'm going to score this one. I find it easier to score the paper away. And then throw it on the floor. Once the paper is off, it leaves a glue. Once you glue that in place, you have it stuck there forever. So make sure everything is where you want it before you press and glue things down. I want to look at this real quick. The watering can go about right here. Ooh. Like that. And then the pot could actually It shows fencing behind it. Like this. Which is kind of dumb because this covers all that up. But
Yeah, it looks like your little glue-on things are going to cover the majority of the watercolor pictures.
yeah. But my watering can go lower too. Yep. That's what we're going to do. So I'm going to have about that much of a gap right here. That looks equal to me. I'm going to put it on a line. That way it looks even more equal. So a line, I'm using the seam as my guide. So I'll put these pieces up there and we're going to iron these first ones down. Ready? And they're going to be stuck there forever.
Have you ever done a Windows quilt?
A Windows quilt? No, not that I know of. All right. That one is now glued. Hopefully that is a good spot because that's where it's going to stay for life. For the life of this little quilt. All right. Once the iron is fully heated again, I'm going to go ahead and put this one on here permanently. So the only thing about a cordless iron, there's no battery to charge it. It actually sits on a port that charges it or heats it up. And then everything else is, it just loses heat. That'd be nice if they created them with a built-in charger that kept it hot for a lot longer.
How about an attic window?
An attic window. Yeah. I have made attic window, yes.
Another lady saying maybe that's what she...
Notice I'm not swiping my iron over it and just kind of slightly picking it up and moving it because I don't want the iron to pick anything up. I just want it to be down. All right. The fence is on. Next is I'm going to put the potter plant thingy-mabobber. All right, where's that thing of how it goes? There was a paper in here.
How are you feeling?
I am very, very fatigued. I'm pretty sure, I'm actually 100% sure I am in an MS episode and I have a cold. That is probably why I was so on Sunday. Why don't they have one for the fence? I mean, not the fence, the watering can. I mean, the pot. They have one for the watering can. Shows the watering can and how to put it together, but they don't have one for the pot and all that.
Are you going to zigzag stitch around the appliques?
Actually, I wasn't going to stitch around any of the applique. I was going to take it to the long arm and just do straight lines back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. That stitches everything down. It's raw edge applique. So it really doesn't matter as long as it's tacked down somehow, some way. All right, let's see. All right, we're going to put this here. And then it just has one rim. What are those two bottom things for? Oh, that's for the can. So it just has this, and that. Okay. Simple enough. And then all the flowers will get put into it. So I'm going to go ahead and peel the paper off this one. And again, I have to score it. Let me just bring a needle over here. Because scoring it with a needle works just the same as scoring it with scissors. And this is going to go right here at the bottom of the fence. Just like that. And then this one I gotta be very careful with because my nails are way long. There it went. Some of the glue didn't stick on this all the way, but that's okay. I'm just gonna stick it on here. Oh, wait, let's put this first. So that goes first, and then the rim will go on it. Right?
You're saying maybe you should
there.
put your mic to your jacket. The sound of the
Sorry guys for the rubbing. Is that better? Okay, and then we're going to put, I do want to save room for the flowers to go in the pot. Let's see what flowers I could put in the pot. I cut out all my flowers, but I didn't cut them out like it shows in the picture, all little pieces or whatever. So I'm just going to do my own thing with them because I didn't cut them exactly to picture. So what I'm going to do is pull this down where it's still on the ironing board. Where'd my pin go? Where'd my pin go? There it is. I'm going to score this. Get this off of here. All right. I'm going to put all this in place first before ironing it down because I kind of want the plants to come. Well, no, they don't have to come outside. They can stick out like that a little bit. Let's see. This one. Sometimes it didn't stick properly. I'm going to give it a second and then repeel it. All right. How about this guy? Did he stick properly? Nope. Let's score it. This is kind of, I'm not going to say it's truly super fun. It's kind of fun. I usually have fun with stuff, but this is not as fun. I mean, it's fun designing it and putting your pieces where you want them and stuff, but I, for some strange reason, am not having that great of a time with this whole thing. Let's pull him up a little bit, put this one right there. Okay. I don't know. I guess I prefer applique. I guess that's my thing. I don't like things that take forever. If you haven't noticed already. And this is taking forever. All right, let's put this guy on there. So I'm putting them all where I want them, and then I'm going to iron them down. So I'm not moving anything. Let's make sure this one's stuck now. Oh, yeah. It's stuck now. Making quite the mess here.
That's okay. I will clean it. Scotty will clean. Scotty will clean. Just gonna bring trash can in and throw it all in the trash.
All right, let's put that behind that one.
What are you using to score the paper?
Just a pin, just a pin that you pin your quilts with. You know, a pin. Just a pin. All right. It also shows on the picture that some of these flowers are around the pot too, so these can just go around the bottom, all cutesy-like. Like that. Yep, okay. And put this one right back behind. There. Ooh, look at that. That looks like it fits beautifully. All right. My planter is filled with plants, and then the rest of these are just going to be on the bottom. Here we go. Everything's nice. I'm just going to place the iron on here. Give it a few seconds.
Get it done.
Place the iron on here. Give it a few seconds. And so on and so forth. Looking good.
That's what they're saying. They like it.
All right,
They're
now,
looking at it upside down.
yeah. Now let's put the thingamabobber on before we put all this other stuff. It's also showing a border around this, and then my shovel and fork, you know, for gardening, sticking out into the borders. I didn't pull out any black fabric for the border, and I think I'm just going to put mine within this, and then maybe I'll put a small border on it, but that's about it. I'll put a black one and then something small, but I think I'm going to get all my pieces to fit on here nicely. All right, now for the watering can, which is going to, I want my watering can like way over here. Where'd the picture go? Oh, wait, he has a spout though, so the spout literally is going to go here like that. Yeah, I can move it.
Oh, I'll do that. You don't have to get up. I just wanted to know if that's what you want.
Yeah, if you guys want the camera to be seeing the picture, let's put it over there. Here we go. Camera is moving, guys. Oops. Camera moving, camera moving. Right here. Right there. That's as close up as we're going to get. And actually, now that I've been under the iron, I'm sweating my butt off. Now it's time to remove my sweater already. Once I'm under that iron, I get sweaty hot quick. All right. Just don't want to hit the tripod. Watering can. All right, let's put this thing together by scoring all of it first. Get all the paper off. So I just make a cut into the paper. Makes it easier for me to peel it all off. Yeah, that looks good right there. I still want to see the fencing. That's my thing. Because it went backwards, so.
Now I can see it right side up. I really like it. Now they're really commenting.
All right, and then that comes out from down below, right there. And then this piece goes over it like this, and that don't even look right, but that's where it goes. We're going to cut it because it's funky shaped. Going to go there and there. There we go. You can see I'm making adjustments as we go. You should also be able to like fold it. My fingernails are kind of like super long, so it makes it hard to do that. I'm waiting for them to all fall off. So far, 2 have. Because my real nails have not had or seen the light of day in over 3 years. So we're giving my real nails a break. All right, and that goes like that.
Do you need a hand pulling that off?
Nope, I got it. All right. Then, hold on, let's see, we got this black ring and that black ring. My mic is probably rubbing, isn't it? Give me a second, guys. Join group, please answer the questions to join. That way we know you are not spam. And the group I'm talking about, the Facebook group.
I just posted that thingy
Oh
for
wait,
it.
little one goes up here above the spout thingy, just like that. And then the big one goes below. At the bottom, right there. And then this guy is the handle. Oh, this goes first. This black ring. This is what was backwards the other day. So I had to recut a new one. It was a good thing there was enough fabric to cut it. Oh, goodness, come on.
See, somebody just joined the group. What?
Okay, so that goes this right there. Oops, get off of their thread. Come on. And then this part is the top of the can, which I had to recut this one because it was backwards as well. Which goes
You have to answer the questions.
right there. Come on. There we go. And then the handle sits on that. Right there, like that. Oops, don't move. Stay there. Don't move. And then what goes next? There's a little ring thing on this. See if I can't get that off without using that. There we go. That goes there. Then the top of my spout.
That looks awesome.
Let's get the top
Again,
of
with
my
it.
spout on there, which looks like a rock. And then there's this piece that goes in between, and then there's those little tiny dots. Oy. One is a rivet, and the other one are the sprinkler holes, which are cut funky, but I don't care. Goes that. Oh, stay. Stay. Okay. Oops, we want to scoot him just a little bit this way because that's kind of long. Because I need my 1/4 inch seam allowance for when I add the thingy. Now these little rivet holes, which are tiny little dots. Who knows if the glue even stayed on them. One goes down there. And 5 of them will go on. I can't even tell which way is glue side and which way is not. That's glue side. flip it over. Oops, nope. Glue side. You guys like my little dots? Where did it just go? I lost it. It flew out of my hand.
I do not know.
That's not it.
There's 2 little things on the right of you next to the scissors. Of the scissors.
There's one. No, I think these were just little pieces. I don't know. Let's just put them on there. Oh, it has glue on it.
Tell them if they really like this, they can check it out at the site I just posted.
Yep, if you really like something like this, you can check it out. They don't have this exact one on there, on that website. It must be out of stock or something.
Well, they can find others like it.
They can find others like it, yes. On the site that Scott just gave you guys a link to in the chat.
Polly says just use a fabric marker and draw.
Yeah, I think so, because these look ugly as ugly can get. I have a fabric marker, so I have lots of fabric markers. I have fabric markers like crazy.
Yeah, I don't like the little dot things
Yeah.
on there. Those look wrong.
Even the rivet needs a fabric marker. Screw that. All right. Let's I'm gonna trim this one more time real quick. Right there.
Will there be a border on this? Quilt?
Yeah, I will put a little border on it. There we go. That looks better. Okay. Everything is where I cut it to be. Looks good, looks good. All the paper is off. Looks good. Ready? Aim. Little stuff first. Don't slide your iron. Pick it up and move it to the next spot, or else you will distort all of your pieces, like I seem to be doing with that one. There we go. So far, so good. Okay. Now that's, yep, that's on there. Okay. Now let's scoot it down for some butterflies real quick,
Oh,
because
there's butterflies too.
you can't have a watercolor quilt in Tiffy's house without butterflies on it. You just have to have butterflies. So here are one butterfly to cover that white area. And then we got a little purple butterfly. Get off of there. Come on. And this little guy. See, there's a butterfly already on the fabric too. Let's
They're really
put
loving this.
this little butterfly right there on that white piece too. All right. Let's set those butterflies.
It's really coming out nice. I mean, you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
Where'd you get your iron?
My iron is a Panasonic WL600. I do not recommend this iron unless you plan to do only pieces. Unfortunately, this one doesn't stay hot very long. If you are going to get a Panasonic cordless, get the one with the porcelain, not porcelain, what's the word for it, Scotty? Ceramic. Thank you. The ceramic base. This one is the aluminum base, the aluminum one, and it stays hot for like 25 seconds, 30 seconds at most. The ceramic one stays hot for like a minute and 30 or 40 or 50 seconds. If you guys want to see it in action, go look at Becca's videos, because she uses it all the time. All right.
Where would you buy that iron?
You can find it, I think SewingMachinesPlus might sell it. And
We'll put the link in for
Fat Quarter
SewingMachinesPlus.
Shop, I'm pretty sure might sell it too. All right, now to put some flowers along the bottom. Oh, let's put these on here first.
Janine said you could put the watering can over the flowers like it's watering them even.
I need
That'd be an
my
idea.
things. I'm going to have these guys just like stacked right here. And then, well, wait. Let's see real quick.
Okay, there's SewingMachinesPlus link and a Fat Quarter Shop link. Anybody's interested.
Here's my shovel and my spear. And then I'm just going to look for now to see which position is the best for all of this.
I like the butterflies. I really do.
I also have little grass pieces. Just go right there. Let's see. This little grass piece can go right there. Some little flowers on top of it because it looks funky as funky gets. And this little flower can come out from behind here. What do you guys think? Like this? Yes. Yes. Let's cover that right there on that edge. There we go. Like that. Yep. Yep. Let's put the grass right there.
Kim says it looks like a puzzle.
Right there. Like that on top of it. I like that better with the grass behind it. And this little flower guy over here. Like that, growing up the pot. Yep. Okay, let's start with this one in the corner. I'm just going to slide this over. It's going to go right. Gotta go over this way some. That way there can still be a border. Ready, aim, fire. Okay. Then I want this flower on top. This guy is going to sit right about there.
How many beans do you have to put on there? That's a lot. I never thought it was that many.
All right. Let's move all these guys so they can go where I want them. So let's put this ugly thing on first, which is the grass. So he's going to go right about there. Where's this little flower right here? And this little flower is going to come out of the grass. Oh, yeah. It's going to be like the top part of the grass right there. Bam. Just like that. And then,
Is there fusible interfacing on those?
yes, that's the stuff that I'm scoring off right now. It is a double-sided Wonder Under. So that is the glue on that side. Put that over the grass right there. So when I peel off this paper, it's the glue. It's right on top of it like that. There we go. And then my shovel or spear or whatever you want to call it. Yep, I just score the paper. Sometimes I can't get it because of my nails, so I just score it, and then it peels right off, exposing the glue. It's usually really shiny. Some of them come right off, though, if I like bend it funny and slide it in my finger. It just depends. Oh my goodness. And then there's times like right now where I try to do it and it doesn't want to go.
Some of those are so little.
All right. Let's get this part ready and glue. And glue. All right, now to scoop my picture over, or my quilt, whatever you want to call it. Okay, this one's down. That's up, that's up, that's up. Okay. Let's put the grass down first. Grass there. Then I had this guy coming out of the grass. Like that. I don't want it coming out. I want the edge of the fence to be seen. That was my goal here.
Do you have to stitch each piece down afterwards?
You can stitch them all down, or you can do like I'm going to be doing and just stitch over the whole entire thing. It's a wall hanging, so it's really never going to be washed. It'll get vacuumed probably with a special vacuum head for what we use when we vacuum. And then this, oh, it was this guy right here. There we go. But I don't wash wall hangings usually ever unless it gets really dirty, which is kind of hard to do because it's hanging on the wall. They just get dusty. So they get vacuumed off with a horsehair vacuum head. There we go. We can still see the grass. And last one. I might have to move some of these because I definitely want to see all of the flowers.
You could cover the show on the board if you have to. You don't need them on there.
That guy
I don't really like it.
right there. Yeah. Scoot it all that way. Just like that. Oh, I like that flower better. Sticking out that way. And my little grass piece. There we go. Let's put him behind or against the edge of that. There we go. That looks good. I like it. And it's there permanently now. Okay. So there's my picture so far. So now I just need to clean up this mess. This is what it was supposed to look like. And this is what it looks like. So there's the
Yeah, just set that on the floor. I'll clean it. I'll get it.
turn it this way so you guys can see it better. So here is what it's supposed to look like. And that is what I made. So now I'm going to grab some black fabric and go around it. And I'm going to find, I have some 1980s prints, which look like what these are. They're like 1970s, 1980s prints. I'm going to grab one and throw it on there with it. So I shall be right back. Obviously, you're going to hear me, though, because I'm going into the fabric room real quick.
This looks good. Very good.
Yes, I think it looks adorable. All right, black fabric. Yes, I'm off camera right this very moment, guys. I'm just grabbing some black and like an old 19-somethings print. Ooh, this one's perfect. Oh, yeah. This is definitely creepy vintage old. Well, it's not creepy, but it's vintage. That's perfect. What do you think?
Yeah, show it to them. See what they think.
All right, black for around it for a small, and then that. So I'm going to go ahead and put the kick so that way you guys can watch me add. So camera's moving. Camera is moving. And now you're facing my disaster of a floor. I'll put you right there now. Okay. Okay. I don't need any of these papers now. I don't need the picture now. I don't need my applique scissors or any kind of scissors, honestly. They're really nice scissors. Oh yeah, that's perfect.
I think it goes well.
All right, I'm gonna do a 1.5 inch strip and then a 3-inch strip and then a 1.5 inch strip to finish it off. So for now, I'm just gonna place that there. I'm gonna lay. Oh yeah, we'll do that. I'm gonna lay that out of the way. I'm just gonna cut 1, 2, 2 1.5 inch strips. No, 3, because I'm gonna need 4 or 5 actually, because I need to go around it twice. I'll just use a ruler that's not the size it needs to be. And just move it as I go. One.
It's right behind you. Do you want me to hand it to you?
No, it's fine.
I can hand it to you.
Nope, I'm good. I don't even have my Martelli cutters buried somewhere. Everything's just out of the way because of this. And 2 more, and then I can go all the way around it twice. And 1 more. I'm just cutting 1.5 inch strips. All right. There's that. And then this, I'm going to do 3-inch strips, but this is not very, I should get enough off of this. been folded up so long. It's a nice crease in it. Yeah, it's old and it smells old too. That's the only problem about some of my vintage fabrics is they smell. That's okay. Still going to use it. It still works. Because guess what? It's a wall hanging. It's not going to be for anything else. And I always go for an opportunity to use my vintage fabrics. I said fabrics.
I heard
Fabrics.
I heard it.
That's the first time I've ever done that one. I've said all sorts of words for fabric, but not that. I'm cutting 3.5, by the way, guys, because that way it stays 3 inches.
How big?
3.5. That way it stays 3 because I'm losing 1/2 inch on both sides. So my finished border will be. I have to cut a lot of them because this isn't quite 40-inch fabric, and that's not going to make it. Let's cut 3.5 off of here. I'm going to straighten it out first. Yeah, these aren't. 1, 2, 3, 4. That should be good. 4 should be good. Let's make it work. Hopefully. There's that. And then I cut enough black. And I have white thread already in the machine. I'm going to go ahead and just start sewing these on. And then I'm just going to make them cut to size. And then I'll press them as I go. Oh, I was using red thread to bind earlier. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put the sides on, then the top and bottom. And I'm just using white thread because that's what's already threaded into the machine.
It works.
I also should have a better stitch length. I'm just sewing it on. 1/4 inch seam. Once it's on the table, I'm going to go ahead and fold it to the size I need it to be, and then I'm going to cut it to the size it needs to be. And then that's the exact size. Turn it around. All this is glued down, so don't worry about it going anywhere unless you know you had glue issues or some pieces the glue didn't stick on or whatever. I have no idea. I am after I do the sides.
Just curious.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and fold this to the edge and cut this little piece off. I'm going to go ahead and press it back and then add the top and bottom.
Be down here and over here a little.
No, I got it.
Okay.
I do have to straighten up my ends because the selvage edge, I did lay it beyond that. So glad I'm finishing this. It looks adorable. There. Gonna go ahead and trim this to size. There. Turn it around. Oh, look at it. I do have a piece that did not glue all the way, so I got to be very careful with that. Cut the size. All right, let's put a top and a bottom on. And no, I don't pin. I do my best to never have to pin. I just kind of go with the flow and sew. Go with the flow and sew. All right, turn it around. Add one to the top. These are going to get pieced together for my final go around after I put the 3.5-inch strips on there.
Did you square up the quilt and put it on the borders?
No, I did not square it up. I don't ever feel the need to do that. I am, let's just say, I'm a lazy quilter and I'm all about quick, fast, and in a hurry. And I have not had problems with wavy borders because I don't trim or because I don't pin or because I don't do something. I have not had a problem. I don't stretch, pull, or tug on my fabric. I just let the machine do its thing. And I think that's what helps keep it flat. I just do what I do and it works out for the best almost every time. Now, not to say that happens with everybody. Some people do have issues and have to trim or have to pin or have to do something, you know, to make it right. I just don't have to, and I don't want to. I'm really, really lazy about it, and it usually works out. So, and you can see I trim my borders even to size in many different ways. I cut it now, I'll cut it later. It doesn't matter as long as it's cut. All right, now to press. Normally I finger press back, but you know, I'm just doing this now with an iron. All right, now the other side. And again, this is just a wall hanging too, so if it did have any abnormalities, it's going on the wall. I don't care. And that one piece, that flower right here, is not staying down. So I have a fix for that right here. Right here. Quick dry fabric fusion. Guess where I'm gonna put that? If it'll open. Mr. Scotty, can you open it? I think it's glued shut.
We might have to go get pliers.
Pliers? And
Oh yeah, you can see it busted the cap and glued
all right.
itself on there.
Well, while he's pliering it, I'm gonna put some borders on. Here we go. So I'm gonna add the sides and then the top and bottom. I'm actually gonna cut this.
It's oozing out.
Oh.
Off.
Where's my flower? There it is.
It's coming everywhere.
So I have this like fabric fusion. And it dries quick.
Looks like hot glue.
It's like a hot glue, yes. But it's for fabric.
Cool.
There we go. Put the lid on there. And guess what I do? I put the iron on it. Quickie dry. I actually use this stuff on the long arm when I get in people's quilts that have open seams and I don't notice it till it's on the long arm. That's why those of you who send me quilts, make sure your seams are all sewn because just in case they're going to get glued. You never know where it is after the fact because this stuff is like sewing. But that's what I use when I'm on the long arm. When a seam is open and there's no way to sew it shut. And then sometimes if it's like really bad, I'll take the long arm and however my design is that I'm going across, I'll actually go down it once it's dry. I'll let the quilt dry first and then I'll go down the seam. Oh, I meant to trim this straight. To make sure that it is 100% stitched nicely.
Did you mark your little dots on with your time mark?
No, I have not done that yet.
Oh, okay.
I will get them eventually. I'm just gonna. There's little dots just from the way it looks. All right, let's sew this on the side, and then one on the other side, and then the top and the bottom. Just lining up the top. And then once it's on here, I fold it to the length of the last border. Everything's equal. And I cut it. All right. Let's go for the other side now. We'll have to start it nice and straight though, because those are definitely not straight. It's gonna be cute. I'm liking it. Plus I got to use my vintage fabric. I just call it vintage. 1980s is not that vintage, but it is 40 years, so that's vintage enough for me.
Sorry.
It's actually, I think this is a 70s print, honestly.
And it's older than this.
All right, once it's on my table, I'm gonna fold it. Make sure it's the same length. Sheila, he's putting in the link where you can click on it. It doesn't cost you guys to use those links. Those go to my affiliate. Just help support my channel.
That's where you got the kit.
It's where the kits come from.
Where did you get the mini ironing board?
The mini ironing board you can find at Walmart or anywhere that sells sewing and hobby supplies. It's just a June Taylor quilter cut and press.
I figured it was a Walmart.
Yeah. I got mine at yard sales, honestly. That's where they came from, but Walmart has them because I go to Walmart and I'm in the craft department all the time. So just know that they sell them there. Okay. Now for the top and bottom. Ooh, this is so pretty. All right, I'm going to go ahead and make this straight. If you guys haven't noticed, I cut left and right-handed for those that are new to my channel, so don't freak out if you see a rotary cutter in one or the other hand. I do swap out my rotary cutters often when I'm cutting, two-sided things. I guess I'm quilters ambidextrous. Is that a word? All right, both of these are ready to sew onto the top and bottom. Nice and straight. Right sides together. And I'm still going to go around it with black one more time as well, just to finish it off. Table. And if you haven't noticed already, if you're new to my channel as well, I do sew fast. I sew as fast as I possibly can because I'm always in a hurry. I have other things to make. Other things to make, movies to watch, things to get done. I'm a speedy quilter. I think April pointed that out in her little skit today, her little video today. The Guinness Book of World Records.
Fun?
That was funny. You guys are going to have to go to April's story and watch her day 6 newscast.
I thought it was
Scott
funny.
even watched it and he thought it was funny. I had to show it to him.
I gotta have fun.
I am. I'm going around one more time.
No, you have the vintage right on. You don't have a black. Oh, I didn't see that.
It's still folded.
It's because it's folded over. Okay, you got me.
It's folded, baby.
You got me.
All right, I did only need the 4 strips. Look at that. Woohoo.
Julie says your machine must be smoking at the end of the day.
Sometimes. Just kidding. It doesn't smoke. If it did, I'd be worried. I just keep it on rabbit and I use the full potential of the rabbit mode. You guys should see me do a jelly roll race quilt. Now that the machine constantly is sewing. I don't have to stop and line anything up. I do it a certain way and yeah. I could just sew and sew and sew and sew and sew. All right, I'm going to go around it one more time after I press these with black. And then it'll be a wonderful wall hanging size. And then when I quilt it, I'm just going to quilt straight lines through the whole thing. I might even do wavy lines. Wavy lines might look good too. Who knows? Because I don't have a thing to make them straight. I actually have to use ruler for that. All right. Let's do the sides, then top and bottom. So I have pieces left over because I remember I cut 5 strips. And then there'll be pieces left over from these 2. I'm going to do the sides and top and bottom first. I'm going to cut the selvage off first. And this shall finish it off so that it looks a little balanced. All right. I even make my videos fast.
Yeah.
Everything's fast. All right, turn it around.
He's a Speedy Gonzales.
Oops, those are my partials. Partials. Where's the other full strip? That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. That's it. Oops. Be nice to cut the whole selvage off.
Susie says that
That's funny.
I don't care about that one.
Yeah, Thumper doesn't care about my machine and it going fast. I don't think he cares. Like Scott was thinking that Thumper cared about the music. I play music when I long arm quilt and I blast like either 90s alternative or classic rock. Those are the 2 things I listen to when I'm long arm quilting. And Thumper will come and lay underneath the long arm next to the speaker and just lay there at my feet.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
He could care less that there's loud noise happening.
Although probably no, he could be deaf by now.
Yeah, he's probably deaf, yeah. Old deaf cat.
He ain't that old yet.
Oh.
He's got a lot of life left in him. Tell him he was chasing a ball up and down the hallway the other day.
He knows we're talking about him. He ain't deaf. He's in here now.
Here he comes.
He's like, no, I'm not deaf, people. I like classic rock and 90s alternative.
Tell him about how he was playing with the ball.
Yeah, he was playing with the ball up and down the hallway. He plays ball like a dog, except he doesn't put the ball in his mouth. Well, actually, he does. He bites down on it to throw it across the room for himself, to play ball with himself. He's definitely a silly kitty.
Yeah, but he was doing it up and down the hallway just
Yep.
yesterday. It's the first ever.
Yeah, he's done it up and down the hallway yesterday. He hasn't done it in a while. But we've just pulled his balls out from underneath the... That didn't sound right. Just pulled his balls
It's
out
okay.
from
Just keep going.
underneath the shelf because he knocks them under the shelf and all sorts of stuff. Are you wondering about Mommy's floor?
They're asking
It's
how
a
big he is.
mess.
Let's see. How big is Thumper?
It is a mess down there. He is sniffing around like you wouldn't believe. He's like,
big boy.
what's going
We
on?
want to see how big Thumper is.
Okay, now I got a piece
Tell
the
him how
two.
much he weighs.
He's 17 pounds. 17 pounds of
He
cuteness.
is not no more. He lost weight.
I thought he was still 17.
Oh, tell him how much he weighs. 15 and a half. Remember?
Oh, he's 15 and a half now.
Remember?
He lost even more weight.
No, that's what he lost when you shaved him last time. We haven't weighed him since then.
Oh, I thought that's what it was. Sorry, I'm
He
making
went from
sure that I
7
have a small one and a big one.
He went from 17 to 15 and a half.
Okay.
He lost a pound because we said the other half was probably hair.
And so I'm sewing these together because, again, I don't like waste and my scraps just pile up like crazy. So I might as well use what I got. All right, now to attach these, one to the top, one to the bottom, and I'll be done. And then I just need to quilt it up, which I think I'm also going to put vintage fabric on the back. Because guess what? I have vintage fabric. I might as well use it. The whole thing reads vintage to me. Fold it on itself. I've literally used all the fabric. See, look at that. Little piece here and a little piece on the other side. I say that is a good job. Kind of like the quilt that came out in Monday's video. Was that Monday?
Yes.
I got my Sewers Club box and made a video for you guys. I made the whole quilt in my box opening, and guess what? It was a no-waste quilt. I think it turned out very beautiful, and I can't wait to quilt it. I don't know what I'm going to quilt on it because it's a different variety of fabrics, but I will quilt something. Just shows you could take whatever 15 fat quarters you have, or a layer cake, or some charm squares, because technically, well, you need a charm squares and layer cake to have the 10-inch full piece, but you can do that with either of those things, or just yardage. Or ugly fabrics. It can be done with ugly fabrics, kind of like I did with the Quilt Miss. Which that video, as soon as I get a chance to make it, guys, again, like I said, I've been really tired. So as soon as I make the video, then you guys will get a video of that. Hopefully you guys have entered the giveaway for that tomorrow and the giveaway for the Christmas quilt. The other one, that one you can't enter till the 12th, but hopefully you guys enter it. You also need all 12 secret words for that one.
How long can they answer the giveaway from Monday? Yesterday?
Till the 10th. From Monday's video yesterday, that one is open until the 10th. And then I'm not drawing it on a live stream. I'll tell you who won at the next live stream closest to that video, but I'm not going to draw it on a live stream or anything because it's for a company. It was me partnered with that company, so they're getting the information. All right, now to trim off. Right here and right there. There. And my quilt top is complete.
Where do you enter the Monday giveaway?
Beneath the video, underneath the video, and there is a word to enter to, there's a secret word to enter so that I know that you watched the video, because that way they know you watched the video and I know you guys watched the video to enter. Because again, it's for a company, not for me, for Sewers Club. Well, it's between the both of us. All right.
The black really did set it off. They're saying that too.
There it is. I could probably go higher, huh? Yeah. So all I need to do is quilt it. I really like it. I like that I threw a vintage border on there because it totally goes with the vintage look of the fabrics. Like, as you guys can see, the fabrics definitely look older.
It looks really good. They're all loving it.
So I completed it. Yay! I just need to quilt it.
What are you going to put on the back? Do we know yet?
Probably another vintage fabric.
Okay.
And just remember, if nothing glued, you know, if your glue came up or whatever, something happens, just know that you can use some fabric fusion, or you can even use Elmer's glue, you know. But I like this fabric fusion better. It's called Aleene's Original Quick Dry Fabric Fusion Permanent Fabric Adhesive.
Where do you get that?
You can find this at any quilt shop. Any quilt shop should have it. All sorts of places should have this. But I think Walmart even might sell it. I'm not sure about that, but oh, hey, let's finish it off with my rivet. And there's my rivet. And then my holes for the sprinkler head.
Are these reproduction vintage or actual vintage?
They don't look like reproduction. They feel vintage. They honestly feel old. They feel as old as my actual vintage fabric. I'm using my fabric marker right now to put the pouring spout holes. Any questions before I get off of here? There we go. I have made my pouring spout part and my thing with my tulip fabric markers. So I have a rivet down here on that, and then my spout has the pouring holes. Look at that.
I like the rivet. That looks good.
That way I didn't have to use little tiny pieces of black fabric. Now I just need to quilt it up. Oh, and I also quilted something. Obviously,
I can get up and hand it to you.
I quilted this, so I made this 2 Sew Sundays ago. It was from my Open Gates box on the 27th. I made from not my recent Open Gates box, but I quilted it. I custom quilted it with lines in the background, and I did loop-to-loops in here to be like Christmas lights, and then I did a meander around the border. So there's that. Sometimes you guys like to see the finished projects, so I try to make sure I show them. So this is what I made. That's the back. You really can't tell the quilting unless you're up close and personal on the back because the thread blends in. But that's how that turned out from 2 Sundays ago's video. So that's all done and bound.
The one with Santa and the Ram.
Yep, Santa and the Ram. Yep, that's what Scott says is what, Norse mythology?
Well, it's in the movie anyway.
Yeah.
Thor has his sled with the rams.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know.
So that is done. So that's one of my finishes this week. My only actual long arm finish this week because I haven't actually been quilting. But this will get quilted. So there's that. All right. Price on what? That's not for sale. That's promised to somebody. Unless they haven't, don't message me, then it'll change. This one is for me to keep. Oh, I don't know. I was going to keep it. We'll see after I quilt it. How about that? Yeah. Anyways, that's it. I'm done. That's all I got for you guys. I'm glad I got this finished. Thank you guys for hanging out while I, get this lovely thing done. So I'm going to get off of here. Oh. Anybody have any questions before I go? Yeah, exactly. Anyways, all right, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.